to. Eniola, are you able to talk? Let me see. Let me see. You have permission to speak. Let me. Eniola, are you there? Who else is in group 1? If you're in group 1, please raise your hand. Oh, you haven't? Okay. I thought Fanuga Eniola is the one whose hands are raised. Let me see. Sorry. Full attendance list. It's only one hand that I see raised up. And that's the only person I gave permission to speak. So if you want to speak, you have to raise your hand so I can see you. Okay, there's another. Hold on. Allowed to talk. Are you the same one as Fanuga Eniola?
No, ma, I'm not Fanuga Eniola. I'm Dsfvimp Eniola. And I'm in group 5, not group 1.
Okay, there's an Eniola with her hands raised, and I thought she was in group 1 because I asked some those from group 1 to indicate. Who is ready? Which group is ready? Is group 2 ready? If you are from group 2 and you are ready to speak, please go ahead. Raise your hand. Let me, because we're starting straight away so that latest 5:30 will be done. Is anybody from group 2 ready? If you are ready and you're in group 2, please raise your hand. All right, group 3. Group 3, is anybody from group 3? The presenter for group 3, is the presenter available? Group 3. Okay, then group 4. Sing. Group 4. Is group 4 available? All right, group 5. Is anybody from group 5 available? The presenter for group 5, is she here? Okay, group 6. Anybody from group 6 available? Eniola, what group did you say you were? Dsfvimp Eniola, what group did you say you were?
I'm in group 5, but I'm not the presenter.
Okay, you are not the presenter. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Group 6, anybody available? Anybody from group 6 available? Group 7, anybody from group 7 available?
Yes, sir.
You are here. Group 7 is available. Group 7, you are available. I can't hear you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who is that? Jennifer, right?
Yes, ma'am. Jennifer.
Okay, so we have group 7. Deborah.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Are you available, Deborah? Are you keeping which one of us will be keeping track of the interns as they are speaking? You have your notes beside you.
It's something I can easily get. Appreciate if the groups are available now in the chat box. Let them type the group presence and their names. So and so, e.g., I am Jennifer Chiamelu, representing group 2. Chidera
Okay.
Group representing group 4, that type of stuff, so that it's easier to keep track. So please, let's do that in the chat box now. So we have a handle. I know one person that is not here, and that's Obi Kweli Umensoma. She's the one that she's
not here for group 4.
Yes. Okay. Okay, Lara Adeyeye has raised her hand, so she'll be promoted. So please, if you are hearing, immediately, please type in the chat box, so and so, representing group, so. Please,
The name,
thank you.
if you say group 2 is available, write the name of the presenter, your full name, I'm representing group 2, just like Deborah said. Please, let's do that. Your full name and the group you are representing.
Okay, so we have group 2 duly represented. Good. Group A, duly represented. Group, okay, we have so like I said, please ensure that our slides are saved in PDF format, because without that, we'll not be able to share those slides. So please ensure that you save those slides in PDF format so that it can be shared. So let's start. So what we'll do here, group 2 will start. Oh, okay, since group 1 is here, group 1 will start. But please, or you know what, for the next 5 minutes or so, please, all the groups, share your screen and try to share your slides so that we can ensure that all the slides are shareable. That'd be great. Would that do? So that we start at least at 4:10,
Yes,
4:15.
that
So
would
please, share your slides. Ensure that everything will run smoothly. Share your slides and share your slides are shareable. Together, these two had instituted the worship of Canaanite. Okay, good. That's check. So group 2 is good. Okay, don't worry. That's enough. That's enough. Thank you. So group 2 can do that. That's good. Okay, Eniola. Okay, fair. Good. That's good, Eniola. Good, Lara. No problems. You can stop sharing now. So that's confirmed. So and then he offers stories of 14 acts of power of Elijah. Both prophets were clearly remarkable, and they played the same role, confronting Israel's. Okay, so Grace, we can start by 6:10 on the. I mean, sorry, 4:10 on the dot. Grace. Okay. Okay, I don't think Grace can hear me now. Okay. Okay, she's in transit, no problem. So let's start immediately. So group 2 up, you're up now. Oluwapelumi Obi Sesson, you're up now. Please, 8 minutes. Thank you very much. I'll send a list of the order in which it's represented. So you're up now, group 2. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ma. Good evening, ma. Yeah, I'm trying to share my screen now. Yes. Good evening, everybody. Can everybody hear me clearly? Good evening. If you can hear me, please, can you just type it that you can hear me clearly? Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Oluwapelumi Obisheson, and I'll be representing Group 2. So our topic is smart contracts and legal contracts, exploring the legal implications of smart contracts and their enforceability in Nigeria courts. So the introduction, Everybody is aware of what contract is all about. We know it's an agreement between two parties, which is enforceable by law. And we know that technology is coming into place now. And with technology coming into place, you can see that technology is taking over everything and contract is beginning to evolve. However, it's pertinent to note that the fundamental purpose of contracts, which is to establish and to enforce agreements, is still constant. That is, it remains the same. So now we'll be talking about what the evolution of contract is all about, from the traditional legal contract to the to smart contract, the features, the characteristics, the benefits, and also the implications and remedies. So the next one is the overview of smart contracts. So in recent years, innovators have developed computer technologies designed to automate and enforce contracts. And these technologies are known as smart contracts. And this smart contract, it aims to deter breaches by imposing significant penalties. The concept of smart contracting is incomprehensible to most lawyers, as many people are not even aware of what smart contract is all about. People are seeing the traditional way of a formal way of an agreement between one of people. They've not been able to comprehend what this smart contract is all about, and it's perceived by programmers as a solution that replaces traditional contracts. So now these smart contracts, if I may ask, what is a smart contract? A smart contract, they are automated agreements that is executed by computers. Remember I said it's not something that you do physically now. We are talking about technology. It's not something that you do physically. It is done on the computer. They are automated. And they eliminate the need for human intervention. Now, there's no need for human intervention where, now, to make an agreement, you have to, maybe a lawyer has to be there, or an intermediary has to be there to actually, make sure that it is done in the right way. No, there's no need for human intervention here, and it ensures performance regardless of the circumstances. So we can say that these smart contracts, they're actually contracts that are written in code. They are not written in English language. They're written in code, and they are transferred to the block by the originator. So we can say that smart contract is a computer program that automates actions based on set codes and parameters and agreement between parties to the agreement. So don't forget, there are still agreements, but this time around it is done. It is no longer done like manually now. Do we understand? It's no longer done manually now. It is digital. They are written in codes. Let me give another definition. We can also say that the smart contract, it involves two parties. It also involves two parties yet, to just like the normal contracts that involve two parties. They involve two parties, also known as a buyer and a seller, that is interested in a transaction. For instance, now I'm interested in a transaction, and then I want to use a smart contract in transacting transacting an asset. So now, then I now enter into a smart contract with the other party, a fully digital and self-executing agreement. So the terms of that normally in a contract we have implied, express terms. So same with the smart contract, we have terms, and these terms, they're actually encoded on a decentralized blockchain network. We are still going back to blockchain. They are encoded on a decentralized blockchain network. So these codes now, they now specify the agreement terms. Remember I said the terms they are encoded on a decentralized blockchain network. So these codes now, they now specify the agreement terms which both parties must agree to for that contract to now be automatically enforced. Remember we said that smart contracts are automated agreements. So now, once these parties now meet the agreements, which is stated in the codes, once they meet the agreement and they agree, then that contract will now be automatically enforced. Then the transaction occurs when the conditions specified in that terms, which is in the codes, when they are satisfied by the parties, when the parties are able to meet those agreements, then the transaction is enforced. So that's how smart contract works. So now, what are the characteristics of a smart contract? The first one is decentralization. A smart contract usually operates on a decentralized and distributed ledger technology. Secondly, open source code. Smart contracts are generated using open source code. Their standardization and execution are essentially free, lowering contract transaction costs. There's no need to call a lawyer to, lawyer, please, I want to make an agreement between another person. No, it is free. It does not require costs. Another one is immutability. The contract cannot be easily altered. Remember, we talked about blockchain, where when informations are already put into the blockchain, it cannot be altered, it cannot be immutable. Same with smart contracts. Once everything has been met, the contract cannot be easily altered. One person cannot come and default when all the conditions have been met, because it is digital. Thus, it's making them more secure, but it also raises concern about flexibility and fairness. That's aside. So the next one is the automation. Smart contract, they automate processes such as payment or transfer of ownership once conditions are satisfied. I've said that in the definition before. Then in other one is efficiency. Smart contract, they reduce the time and cost associated with traditional contracts. You know that normal traditional contract is time consuming, you have to pay, it's also costly. But for smart contract, it removes all these expenses, even removes intermediaries, removes third party. So that's what smart contract is all about. So why smart contract has not yet mainstream in Nigeria? The rise of fintech, cryptocurrency, and blockchain technology has led to increasing interest. So now Nigeria companies and entrepreneurs, they are beginning to explore the use of this smart contract. When you go online and browse, okay, which company is actually making use of smart contract, you see a lot of companies are actually making use of these smart contracts for real estate transactions, for insurance, for supply chain management, banking services, and so on. So the next one is the advantages. What is the advantages of this thing? Like I said earlier on, there's no need for third party. There's no need for third party. There is security. In a smart contract, there is speed. It is fast. That's the advantages of a smart contract. Also, for the disadvantages, okay, let me talk about one other advantages of this smart contract: accessibility. This smart contract, they operate outside of regular commercial and business hours. You can decide to even operate even in the night. Remember, it's digital, it's not something that is physical. So it allows parties to engage in transaction at any time, even if it's in the midnight, outside the regular business hours, unlike traditional business hours where, okay, for example, now bank starts by 9 to 2. You have to, okay, if you want to make any transaction, you have to work within that time. But for smart contract, you can go beyond that time since it's digital, with something that can be done digitally and not physically and manually, I mean. So that's all about the advantages. So for the disadvantages of this smart contract, we have one, it is irreversible. It is irreversible. Anything that is done there cannot be it cannot be altered. It cannot be altered. Secondly, legal recognition. That's the second disadvantages of this smart contract. Are there laws that are actually governing this smart contract? We are not aware, but then we still need to make our research to be sure that, okay, because this smart contract, we know that it's given the decentralized nature of blockchain network, determining that applicable law and jurisdiction in the case of disputes can be very challenging. We don't know the laws. Unlike traditional legal principles now for establishing jurisdiction, it may not be adequately addressed. For traditional way, now if there's a dispute now, we know that, okay, we have to take the matter to court. But now, smart contracts, now, if there's a dispute, what are we going to do? What are we going to turn to? Like the jurisdiction and everything is an issue, is a problem. So that's the advantage.
All right. Thank you. Please just conclude. Okay. Your time is
Okay.
well spent. So I think we'll give
Okay,
time to the next presenter now.
Okay, ma. Thank you, ma. So, okay,
Thank you
let's go
so
to
much. Thank you so much. Deborah, are you there? Sorry.
I am here. I'm trying to promote some other group representatives to speakers, to panelists. Okay, we can move on to the next. That'll be Uwan Guchidera for group 8. Is she ready? So, sorry, before you start, so that we can make it as timeless as possible, immediately after Chidera Unwangu will be Lawal Sulayat. So, Lawal, please, once you see that it's already starting to finish, please start sharing your screen so that we're just transitioning smoothly. Thank you very much. Next, up to you. Up next.
Good day, everyone. Good day, everyone. Can you hear me? Oh my God, this is bad. Please, can you hear me? Okay. Okay, my name is Swaguchi Dera from university. I'm a student of University of Calabar, and I'm the group presenter I'm representing Group 8, and we'll be speaking on the impact of blockchain on data privacy and protection, impact of blockchain on data privacy and protection. Now, blockchain can be defined as a decentralized peer-to-peer network that records data and transactions using a distributed ledger network and has transformative potential for data privacy and protection. Now, blockchain is decentralized. It's not like the traditional means of storing data, whereby there's a centralized authority. But in blockchain, it's not like that. It is decentralized. That means information spread across multiple networks. That's peer-to-peer networks. So in blockchain, you don't have one particular authority handling this data, but several authorities handling this data. As technology advances, valuable data increasingly becomes a target for hackers, resulting in inefficiencies and erosion of trust in organizations and government. Yes, as we continue to have evolutions, as change occurs, you try to see people trying to permit technology in order to carry out dubious things. You see hackers trying to gain entry to people's confidential information. Blockchain is here to give you this privacy, to protect your data, to just allow those who are authorized, only authorized users can be able to access your data with blockchain. So this highlights the urgent need for innovative solutions. Blockchain offers a promising answer, mitigating vulnerabilities and promoting data privacy. So in blockchain, you are sure that your data is private. You're sure that your data is secured, unlike the traditional means of storing data. So that's what blockchain does for you. That's the kind of privacy that blockchain gives you. Okay, so moving on, it will also be essential that we look at data privacy and data protection. I don't know if you can see my screen. We look at data privacy and data protection. So going over to the second slide, data privacy and data protection. So now what's data privacy? Now, data privacy refers to an individual's control over sharing personal information, including names, location, content, online, and more. So now for data privacy, it's just like you controlling who and who has access to your data, who and who has access to these personal information concerning you. Oh wow, 4 minutes. Who and who has personal information concerning you. So it's just like in physical conversations where you're discussing something with somebody else and somebody else walks in, you just switch on immediately. So you don't want that other person to have access to what you are saying. That means you don't want that other person to information that flows out of you. So that's just what blockchain is, what data privacy is about. While data protection is about safeguarding this information from unauthorized access. Now, because of how decentralized blockchain is decentralized, it helps to safeguard your information. So it's not just, that it's not just a particular system that has your network. If I'm to use Miss Deborah's words, she says, even if that system should rust, even if the system should burn, you know that your data is protected. I'm not telling you to go and burn your system to find out if your data is going to be protected or not. But that's what blockchain does for you. It gives you this it gives you this confidence, it gives you this trust that my data is protected no matter what. My data is protected. Okay, so moving on, we'll be going to the benefits of blockchain, the impacts of blockchain in data privacy and protection. So I'm trying to rush because I see I don't have time. So the first one is decentralization. I've already talked about that it's not just a central authority that controls this data, it's distributed across multiple nodes. So if the system is breaking down, you know that you can get your information from this other place. So you have this trust, you have this confidence. Okay, so going further, we have the zero knowledge proof. the speaker today already talked about that. The zero knowledge proof is a cryptographic method that allows a party to prove that they know a value without really revealing any additional information. Now, you want to tell someone that your credit card is valid, but you don't want that person to have essential information concerning that your credit card. Now, what has the blockchain come to do? It will give you a secure PIN system whereby the person can check, can log in and see, oh, this credit card is valid, without you revealing essential information about your credit card, which can be detrimental to you later in the future because you don't know who is who. So blockchain has come to do a lot. So we'll be moving on. Then you see the third one, which is the block and hash mechanism. It said each block in the chain has a unique hash, and any change in a blockchain alter its hash. In invalidating subsequent blocks, this mechanism ensures data's integrity and makes tampering easily detectable. So this comes to show you the essential feature of blockchain, one of the essential features, which is immutability. So you cannot, in blockchain, you cannot easily erase data. Do you understand? In blockchain, you cannot easily erase data. It is very difficult for you. So on this note, you are sure that your data is saved. You're sure that your data is protected. So that is on that. So the benefits and advantages of blockchain. How does blockchain help? We are still talking about how it impacts on data privacy and protection. So we're telling you about the benefits and advantages. So transparency. Every transaction is recorded in a public ledger. Every transaction is recorded. So even if you manage to erase it, which is very, very hard because it is expensive and you have to go back and change the codes and everything. So even if you manage to do that, it will still be recorded because the previous hash have records of the hash that was imputed into it. So it will still be traced. So if by possible means somebody gets access to change all those codes, which is very, very changing it, which is very difficult, altering those codes, which is very difficult, somebody manages to do that, it is traceable. You will trace it because blockchain is time stamped. It shows you when this record comes in, it shows you when everything is imputed into the system, it shows you the dates, it shows you everything. So it is time stamped. So that is that. So the second point here is encryption and secure authentication. Now, blockchain uses advanced cryptographic techniques and digital signatures, ensuring data is encrypted and only accessible by those with proper authentication. Now, that is on blockchain. Using these cryptographic algorithms, it makes it very hard for these hackers to have access. It's not that hackers will try to permit into the system like the traditional means. You just see hackers will permit into the system, change whatever they want to change, alter whatever they want to alter. But in blockchain, it uses this cryptographic algorithm, which makes it difficult for these hackers to have access to the system. Data ownership and control. You're able to say who has access to your data. You're able to say how that person has access to your data. You're in possession of your data. You're able to control your data. Immutability of record. Once a transaction is added to the blockchain, it cannot be changed and deleted. It is crucial for maintaining the integrity of records, preventing tampering or fraud. So we have resilience and high availability data sovereignty. So blockchain has come to do a lot. Blockchain, I'll just round up with this particular scenario. Okay, so in my school recently, we had a building we just got burnt, and the building close to it is the student affairs division. Now the VC came to give a testimony that she thanks God that fire did not permit onto the next building, because if he had, everybody who had graduated from the school would have nothing to do with the school. That means all their records would have been deleted, everything about them. So you're coming to say I'm a student of Unica, you don't have proof because everything about you has been deleted. You don't have access to your results whatsoever. Because if that building gets burned, just imagine a condition where these records are stored in a blockchain. Just like Ms. Deborah said, whether it is crashed, whether it is rust, whatever happens, you are sure that it is there, because it is not a centralized authority. If the network loses it, another network has it. So these are the benefits and advantages of blockchain. My partner would have loved to come up to talk about the challenges, but I'm seeing here already that my time is up. I should round up. So I will just refer us to the slides that we should go and look at the challenges and the regulations. Whatever has an up, has a down, it will be good for us to present a fair case. So in as much as blockchain has its impact, in as much as it's very good, it's very beneficial, it also has its challenges, which are all here on the screen. So you can see the private key inflexibility, the possible network security breaches, the high setup and maintenance costs, environmental concerns, limited scalability. So we should just go back and refer. But really, blockchain has done a lot. Blockchain has helped. Blockchain is the equity that has come to enumerate the hardship of common law. So these are the impacts of blockchain on data privacy and protection. Thank you very much. Have a nice day all. Thank you. I hope you learned something. Thank you so much.
Chidera Nwogu, you're a very, very powerful speaker. You usually exceeded your time with by 2 minutes. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Presentation.
Thank you.
Really nice.
Wow. Can we hear me? Can anyone hear me there?
Yes, ma'am.
You know, I've been speaking earlier and I didn't get any response. So I'm sure the network has been fluctuating still. So I'm just trying to switch between devices as I did earlier. What's the name of the presenter now?
Chidera Nwoguma. I don't know if she can hear me. Yes.
That was great. That was great. And this is without bias. The first speaker I was trying to speak earlier, and my mic was on, but no one was responding. Like the two speakers I've heard so far, you guys are superb. You are power packed. Like you're a powerhouse.
Thank
right?
you, Ma.
This is also great. I am so impressed about this presentation and your ability to stick to the time, and not just the time, but the fact that it was highly enlightening. So I'm looking forward to getting the slides and your article, and yeah, we'll take it from there. We'll take it from there. Thank you. Over to you, please, Grace.
Okay, Lawal, you can start immediately. So this is 4:33. So that means that by 4:42 you should be done.
All right, please confirm if you can hear me. Hello.
Hello, we can hear you. We can hear you.
All right, thank you. All right, so I'll start now. Nigeria's cryptocurrency market is booming with over 100% annual growth. But what does this mean for regulation? I'm Suliat Lawal, and I'll be presenting for Group 1 today. Join me as we analyze the regulatory implications of blockchain technology and currency from Nigeria's unique landscape to global trends. So welcome, everyone. Remember when we started our virtual internship and learned about blockchain? Well, cryptocurrency is a perfect example. Cryptocurrency is a digital that uses blockchain to secure and record transactions. Think of blockchain like a digital ledger that keeps track of all transactions. So now we explore how blockchain works, its benefits, and the regulatory framework surrounding cryptocurrencies. Now, I won't be delving too much into the definitions because just like in the legal space, that terms often lack a single universally accepted definition. Cryptocurrency is no exception, as Mitchell Rice have actually noted. So basically, cryptocurrency is a digital asset used for financial transactions in the blockchain technology, unlike the traditional financial system. While blockchain is a decentralized, transparent digital ledger, recording various transactions through peer-to-peer networks, eliminating intermediaries, that is the local banks. As cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum gain popularity, governments worldwide are scrambling to regulate them. Why? Calm down, I'll tell you. It's because while cryptocurrency in its vaunted glory offers decentralized finance and unparalleled freedom, it also poses significant risk, including money laundering, fraud, and tax evasion. And to address this, countries have implemented various regulations. Now, let's look at how major countries are regulating cryptocurrencies. In the US, the SEC, that is the Securities and Exchange Commission, focuses on investor protection, overseeing cryptocurrency offerings as securities. And the CFTC, that's the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, regulates cryptocurrency derivatives, ensuring market integrity. Also, in the European Union, the MICA, that's the Market in Cryptocurrency Assets, the framework provides a comprehensive approach regulating crypto markets, exchange, and service providers. In Nigeria, am I the only one that feels like everything with Nigeria is always different and extra? Because Nigeria's cryptocurrency regulation has been on a roller coaster ride. Now, let me break it down. It all started in 2017 when Nigeria Security and Exchange Commission warned that cryptocurrencies weren't recognized or authorized, leaving investors vulnerable to financial losses. The Central Bank of Nigeria also banned banks from facilitating crypto transactions due to concerns over money laundering and terrorism financing. Fast forward to 2021, the CBN banned commercial banks from engaging in crypto transactions, but this ban wasn't strictly enforced. However, in 2022, the SEC shifted gears by publishing regulations for digital assets, setting an upfront capital requirement of 500 million for crypto exchange, seeking a virtual assets service provider, that's the VASP license. In 2023, the SEC lifted its ban on banks operating accounts for crypto service providers, and the CBN acknowledged the need to regulate VASPs due to global trends. Now, by 2024, the CBN had released guidelines for banks operating cryptocurrency accounts, emphasizing stringent anti-money laundering, that's the AML, and know your customer, the KYC measures. Now, what's the current status? Cryptocurrencies, like we know, aren't recognized as a legal tender by the CBN, but the government is working towards regulation, and Nigeria crypto markets, due to inadequate financial services, high inflation, and what I mean by we is the young tech-savvy population. Now, despite the regulatory uncertainty, Nigeria's crypto market is thriving. The SEC and CBN are taking steps to establish a framework for cryptocurrencies, but it's essential that stakeholders must stay informed about latest developments to ensure compliance and navigate the dynamic environment. I won't be really going into recommendations because to some extent I've said it in my presentation. So now I'll be going into the conclusion. Now, in conclusion,